big rivalry game here. Out of nowhere, the Oklahoma Sooners are in the running to be in the lead of the Big 12, and a win at Texas would be huge for them. Oklahoma at Texas, let's make a pick. All right, so this line opened up Texas -5, and I checked last night before I went to sleep, and 70% of the bets were in on Oklahoma, but the money was closer to even. The money was actually slightly favoring Texas. All right, so then I wake up this morning, I check it around 6 o'clock this morning. A lot of Texas money came in last night, but the line didn't move, which, I mean, it has me a little worried. I'm not gonna slap the trap stamp down on this game or anything, but I'm aware of it. It seems like the book doesn't really mind selling those expensive Texas -4.5 tickets, right? I mean, all this money coming in on Texas and they don't budge. They're happy to sell you those tickets. It seems. I'm not jumping to crazy conclusions. That's just what I'm seeing so far. Now, I just checked it before recording this, and some money is coming back towards Oklahoma. Here's what to look for. If this line goes from 4.5 to 4 quickly, when the money's like just starts creeping to Oklahoma, that means it's abundantly clear the books just showed their hand. They don't want you to buy Oklahoma tickets. So that's what we're gonna be watching for, and I will tweet that out and put it on my Instagram story if I see that happening. So how do these two teams match up on the court? Well, Texas is chilling right at the top of the Big 12. They're one game out of Baylor. I think they're 5-1 in the conference, and they're doing it all from defense and rebounding. Texas is first in the conference in field goal percentage against. Opponents shoot just 39% from the floor against the Longhorns. Now, Oklahoma coming off a huge win against Kansas, and if you subscribe to this channel, you know that I took a loss in that game. I bet on Kansas. Austin Reaves runs the point. He's also their leading scorer, but he does a great job of making that offense work. He distributes the basketball well. That team, no one's scared to take the big shot. They do a great job of moving the ball around. In reality, Oklahoma's only weakness is rebounding, specifically offensive rebounding. The Sooners do not get many second chance buckets, and the reason that's significant, especially in this game, is like I said about Texas, they're #1 in field goal percentage against. The Texas defense is gonna force you in some bad shots. Oklahoma's gonna miss some shots in this game, and you got the worst offensive rebounding team in the conference against Texas, who's first in the conference in defensive rebounding. See what I mean? Not a good recipe there for Oklahoma. Before I get to the pick, there's one concern I have with Texas. They lost to Texas Tech, right? They haven't played Baylor, and they haven't played Oklahoma yet. They're playing Oklahoma tonight. Their strongest win in the Big 12 is West Virginia, who's currently in 5th place in the conference. So I'm not saying the Longhorns aren't legitimate. I'm just saying this game is gonna show us a lot more of what we need to see. Like, we need to really figure out what this Texas team is made of, because I do have some questions about their strength of schedule. So what's the pick? Well, I'm not crazy about this one, but I am gonna take Oklahoma here. There's nothing I've seen from Oklahoma this season to justify them getting 5 whole points from Texas here. Also, as I mentioned, I think Texas is unproven. So Oklahoma plus 4.5, lock it in. If anything changes, or if there's any movement in the money or the bets, any of that, I will tweet it out and put it on my Instagram story. So if you want to follow me on this pick or fade me, make sure you check those 2 platforms to see nothing's changed, any last minute inactives, injuries, stuff like that. Let's go.